Did I crash? Hello, chat. Apparently we had a nice crash there. I think that you should be able to see me, but I currently can't see you. Right, that should be better. No? Yes? We're back, Streamlabs, you aggravating what names? Yes, hello, Nematrek. I'm glad you can see me. Things that we can do in terms of power. So, I don't know if you saw it before I crashed. Here is a nice box. I want to fit a nuclear reactor in there. If anyone has any idea how to fit a nuclear reactor in a space that is approximately 30 by 35, let's say, I would be interested to hear it. You posted one on Discord? Amazing. Is it small? Let me have a quick look. Also, can you link Discord? Oh, the pyramid one. I think I saw this one when they made it. I mean, that's not small. Also, I can see oil in it, and I don't have any of that. So there's that. That's definitely not small. Let me look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Yeah, the steam turbines pretty much take up all my space. I could maybe get a nuclear reactor on it. Oil is just contamination. Oh, that's all right then. How are they cooling that sweeper, considering it's in space? Interesting. You can stuff the reactor inside the pyramid. Oh, that was just to show how to do it. Could you put the no, because then the steam would... Will the steam rise past the reactor? If you, for instance, move the reactor down to in between the second tier up of steam turbines, would that still work? Just build 600 solar panels. The problem with the DLC maps is that they're only this wide. And the light's rubbish. Like, they don't actually produce very much power. If we have a look at our colony summary, we can see. No, this is the wrong one. It's not this I wanted. It's this. Yesterday. So what are we producing? Oh no, we might be producing enough. If we're not running that aquatuner, we might be producing enough to run it off this. To run it off our spine. We could maybe run it off this transformer here, actually. That might work. I still want to build a nuclear reactor though. But yeah, unfortunately the problem with the DLC, just build loads of solar panels, although it seems like a great idea, then they're just yes, you can build this, it's not going to be too high for you. There just aren't enough, there isn't enough sky, which is sort of frustrating. that we in fact lack the sky to do the thing. Is that salt water going to be stuck there forever? There's wiggle room with where you can put the steam turbines too, like you can move the bottom left on to the second row on the right, etc. Okay. Okay, so we need to make more copper. Quite a bit more. This is gonna lead me to complain once again that I miss the old style resource thing that used to tell you how much you had allocated out to jobs. So that you could know how much to make. But yes, I would say I missed that. But we do need to make nuclear power. Nuclear power is definitely going to be a thing that we want to do on this map. Those are in the wrong place. Thank you. Oh, we might have to shore up a couple of breaks in the sky here. So we need to watch them do this. What do you mean we haven't got enough? Oh, no, that's the, I thought they were telling me I didn't have enough granite for the ladders. I was like, oh my god, that's going to be a serious issue. But yes, I will have to look into proper nuclear designs. And how I can fit them into a suitable amount of space, i.e. not very much. Because yeah, this here is what we got. And there's not really a lot of wiggle room there. We can take a little bit off the top of the abyssalite. Probably there, to be honest. If we use a dig command, we can mark it, because nobody can get there anyway. Let's have a look at our temperature. Yeah, so that could be the floor, and we'd be fine with temperature there. What have we got? Yeah. So it's about 31 by minimum 34. That is my space. I don't really want my reactor to explode. That's the thing. I'm not someone who will be amused if I build a nuclear reactor and it explodes. I know lots of people would like that. But I like my stuff to work. It is one of my problems with the game, is that I always want things to be like proper. Yeah, you see, I don't really enjoy the stuff that's sort of thrown together. And I mean, this has been quite good. I've thrown loads of things together on the whole in this run, by my standards. Once you've groomed that one, would you mind wrangling it out of there? Can we still put things in here? Get out of the way of the critter drop-off. Yes. Good. It's been so long since I discovered that a reactor running out of fuel would explode. They fixed that. Oh, did they fix that? I don't think I knew that they'd actually fixed that. I can't believe how severely these trees have refused to ever give us any arbor acorns. Very mean. Yeah, last night when I looked at them, they were definitely claiming that this was a lit workspace. They made it so reactors would stop before they ran out as a band-aid fix, then later properly fixed it. Ah. That's pleasing. How warm are you making this? Not too warm yet. Let's check in on Nisbet, who's, you know, having a moderately hard life over here. How's stuff going for you, Nisbet? Oh, you're having a sleep. It's alright. Apparently you haven't currently run out of oxygen, so that's also pleasing. You seem to have it under control, in fact. Well done. As a point of interest, did we already have a Nisbet? I mean, we do already have Nora. But no one named Nisbet, so that's okay. I'm pleased to see it. I mean, you can build them from inside. Why would you go up there to build them? Right. So the problem with this tower is that we sort of need to split it into 2 towers. Because we need to be able to make sleepweed as well. I think I haven't provided enough bristle blossom. No, we need 40 bristle blossoms. Come here, you. Oh no, I have. I've provided pretty much enough. So we need a gap. Oh, I need to think about the foods. I should have done a spreadsheet like I did for the critters, so I could actually remember all this stuff. Oh, look. Right. As a point of interest... I mean, that's going to be a massive struggle, isn't it? To send the water all the way over there. How do we feel about the temperatures? I mean, it's rarely hotter than we want it to be. So maybe we don't need to use insulated pipe. Because this is only just over 30. We could just use regular pipe. So that we could actually afford to get it over there. We could just build granite pipe. Because, like, we have 3,000 igneous rock. And I don't have loads more on the map, to be honest. So I reckon we need to build granite pipe. And we're going to bring it through here. Up there. Into the top. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Probably actually just take it straight into here. Do it that way. Right then, you. Over you come. Poke shell. I'm afraid that you are about to lose your places to stand. Cool. We also need some sweepers in here. And, how much power are we running off this line currently? Not too much. Oh, how many millions of years is it going to take me to vent all this out? Because the answer is several million years, isn't it? Annoyingly. These seem like excellent places. I don't think I ever remember being quite so stymied on power the whole time. But at least we can now build high pressure gas vents. Which definitely makes my life better. Have we finished the copper orders? We have not. Got a little bit to build here. 1, 2... let's see. Okay. We are getting there. It's slow, but it's sort of vaguely coming along. I think I'd actually decided that because of all the things that we want to farm, I think I decided that the best gas to fill the about 25-degree section with, which is what I'd like to keep this at, because it allows you to grow a whole bunch of plants. I think we sort of wanted to put it in carbon dioxide, though. And I don't really have any... Well... I have some carbon dioxide. Not really enough to fill the whole thing. Oh, I do have the geyser. What do you think? We could use the geyser, maybe. Especially if we do eventually want to get in here anyway to build a reactor. We could... I'm just considering here. We're not necessarily going to do that. We could make a wall here. We'd have to make one on the other side as well, really. We'd want to... so that we can protect the bees. I'm worried about the heat and the bees. It's a little bit warmer in here than I'd like. Really. And I don't want to have to refine my own uranium. That seems like no fun at all, largely. Let's have a look at the printables. No. Sand? Why not? Okay, cool. So we moved that one. We've got one more here, which we will move out shortly. How are we doing for plastic? Oh, we have 4 tons of plastic already. Plastic sorted. Now it's just a question of how do we get the rest of it sorted. Which is a slightly less straightforward thing. Because I just can't power anything. I sort of feel like we might want to move the power spine down to the other side. That it might shortly become reasonable to have it go this way rather than the other way. But there are a couple of things over here that it does power. Wonder how are the dupes feeling about the decor? Because I haven't really decor bombed them. Mediocre? Poor? Yeah, like all we're getting really to is mediocre or poor. So they're certainly not sufficiently decor bombed to be able to cope with whatever I put anywhere. I didn't really mean for this to be an insulated pipe. How does that constantly happen? Well, I suppose you can be an insulated pipe. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. I do apparently have some trouble with ever producing the sorts of pipe that I actually want, though. I don't really know why, but this does seem to be a thing. There we go. Ah, look, all 3 of these are mad now. Where's your egg? Where is your egg? Does that just mean there's an egg somewhere? Oh, it's down here, isn't it? Right. we need a poke shell safe place where we can stick them out the way, and oh, I know where we can put them. They can join these ones down here. This can be our poke shell safe place. They only get angry if they can reach their egg. Well, then I don't understand where their egg is, frankly. But I think, nonetheless, we want to move all of our poke shells over here. What am I looking for? I'm looking for one of these. I'm looking for a drop-off. Thank you. Let's have a drop-off. What have I built you out of? That'd be fine. We're going to make it sweep only and poke shell eggs. And I'm going to try and sweep up the poke shell eggs. Yes, yes. I'm working on reducing your fleeing. Duplicants. Oh, they can get in here. Maybe it's in here. Who can say? Sweep only. Critter eggs. Pinch rows. Super important. Nisbet has a skill point. That's pretty good. Oh, you cuddling the new sage hatch. Fair enough. Nobody's picked up their egg yet. No, they have picked up their egg. Alright. Apparently we fixed that problem. And they can join all of these ones, who are often angry about everything. But we don't often have to go down there. So we don't have to worry so much about them being angry. Frankly. Hey, look! Growth. I think that's what we'll do with this one as well. How old are you? Yeah, you haven't had an egg yet. When this one has an egg, we will use that to shift this poke shell out, and it can go and live in the bottom of the remaining ocean with everybody else. I mean, it's just going to take forever. Oh well, we've got forever. It'll be fine. Let me, while we have forever, have a look at... I might put this up on screen in a second. I want to look at all the plants. So, in terms of farming, things that we would potentially wish to farm and eat. Things that can go in a area that's sort of about 25 degrees. You've got bog buckets, bristle blossoms, see, this is the thing. You've got the dust caps, but they require carbon dioxide. Because otherwise you can put your grub fruits in here, you can put your mealwood in here, you could put your waterweed in here. It wouldn't actually matter because you just pour some water on the top, so it doesn't, you know, the atmosphere doesn't matter. You can chuck thimbleweed in here. Not that you can eat it, but you know what I mean. So essentially all of your temperate plants that you might want to eat, you can put in there if you fill it with carbon dioxide. It's just the dust cap that is a thing. The mushroom. What's up with you? You're probably too hot, aren't you? Yeah, it's not really cool enough in here. I'm calling this... Putting a loop in here is going to be a pain, actually, now I think about it. How are we going to do a loop in here? I guess we can just bridge over these. We can do it that way. What's wrong with the dust cap? The dust cap requires carbon dioxide to grow. Like, otherwise we could just stick an oxygen atmosphere in here, which we're not exactly short of. Also, it's nice and cool. I reckon we put oxygen... I think what I'm going to do is put oxygen in to begin with. And maybe move it to carbon dioxide later. And then I can run everything in it. Now, I think a thing we would like to do is I'd like to create a second entryway further up. Because it'll make our lives a lot easier if we can just sort of cut maybe here off and then put some sleet wheat like down the bottom or something. It'll be easier to run it at 2. Just put CO2 at the bottom using the Dupes breathing. Yeah, because that won't take very long to fill up. At all. I mean, we have CO2 at the bottom from the Dupes breathing, and it's not that much CO2. I have to say. Because I did think of that. I was like, well, we've got this. But actually, it's just not that much CO2 here. We have also got this. So that's a possibility. I think initially we're going to use oxygen and then go from there. So we would need to... no. Nope, not there. We can do it here. In the short term. Where we can just brick in this. Oh, we've run out of igneous rock again. I'll have to have a look into that and see if we've got some. And then these guys won't have to empty the whole lot. If I recall correctly, they can be upwards of 500 kilos a tile. I think you might be right. I don't think it's loads. Let's have a little look. No, it doesn't say. It doesn't say in the database. Let's have a look at the bristle blossoms. Bristle blossom might tell us. Air pressure 150 to 1,000 on a bristle blossom, which isn't very much. How about a mealwood? It's the same air pressure. Interestingly, it doesn't say what the pressure needs to be on the thimble reeds, which is pretty interesting. That can have a lot. Yes. Yeah, maybe. We'll probably have to put a filter on it to make sure we only got carbon dioxide in it, but it might be a goer. You've trapped yourself there, haven't you, lovely? Of course you have. The very idea. Why would you have not trapped yourself? Right, we need to find some more igneous rock. I don't know if we have any. Let's look at the mineral overlay. Right. What are we looking for? Sandstone, granite. What colour even is igneous? I appear to have successfully, like, demolished it all. I guess it's this colour. No, that's granite. Why are these different colours? If they're the same thing. This is sandstone. There's a little bit of igneous there. Oh, apparently igneous doesn't have a colour. Or its colour is really light grey. Wow. That's spectacularly unhelpful, I think is how I feel about that. This is the world's least useful map mode. Alright. Well, there's also that one. That one's pretty unhelpful. Alright, you. I see some stuff that we can build over. Right. You're igneous. Let's put a ladder there. Yep. And that one. This one will need to be a tile, because I've actually got a thing there. I am on the whole mad at how completely unhelpful that was. How bad did the exploding generator damage your base? I think a lot of people did the early generators in space, which might have helped, if I recall correctly. I seem to remember that when people were starting off with it, there was quite a bit of building them in space. Let us hope for Nematrex. I can't remember the end of that phrase. Benefit? No idea. It's gone. Whatever the end of that phrase should be, I no longer know what it is. What is this water? Where is it coming from? Does anyone know? I certainly don't know. So I'm quite enjoying the thought that one day these bees are going to tunnel into there and put themselves to sleep. That was while testing in Sandbox. It was weirding me out why my design was exploding. I had put in cutoffs to prevent running out when the pressure or temperature was too high. Hello there, Janet Kim. I am not Zebrapig. This is Max. I am the Max Not Binary. When Zebrapig is not live, they host me on their channel, which is how come you've wound up here. You're very welcome. We stream a lot of base building and strategy games. If you would like to check out Zebrapig, their schedule is on their homepage. Also, you can check out their VODs, either here on Twitch or on YouTube, where their page is the same name. So it should be easy to find. It was pretty exciting watching that very first stream after the stuff went viral. It was pretty cool. I would recommend it. And Zebrapig was very gracious. I hope that helps. Don't be putting anything in here. Nope. Just in there, thanks. I wish to make a liquid lock. And then I'll fix my, what are these things called? Lights. Wow. Day's going well. Day is definitely going well. Let's deconstruct this random igneous ladder piece. Maybe I need to go tame a volcano just so we can get some igneous rock. I mean, I'm saying that, but I know that taming a volcano gives you such a pathetically small amount of igneous rock that it's not in any way worth the effort. But theoretically, that is a thing we could do. We have a new sage hatch here. Oh, actually, we can just enable auto bottle. It doesn't even matter. I've got a pitcher pump in the ocean, which I forgot about. Are we doing any research? What is broken? Oh, the ceiling lights. Yeah, that's not a problem. I knew they were broken. We'll fix them later. What are you doing? You are trying to learn about that. Ah, I see. Right. We can go back to doing that forever while we finish this off. It's not even enough to feed a hatch ranch. Not even a single hatch ranch. I know. It's kind of terrible, isn't it? What we actually need is to go out and do... Actually, that might be something that we could start to think about doing a little bit. Is sending out our rocket here to do... Hello, game. Calm yourself. There we go. Apparently my A key was a bit stuck. We could send out the rocket to do some space science, or possibly just some investigating. I mean, we haven't got any diamond, so we can't actually mine anything, but we could make it. We also don't have any coal. But, you know, I don't really know what to do about any of this. I expect we'll sort something out in due course. What that something is going to be, who knows? How are we doing for gas pressures in here as a point of interest? I mean, these are quite small. I think what I might do is... we can probably afford the power to quickly... set up another one over here. Just so we can get rid of this. And then we can use... I think I'm going to use oxygen to begin with. But we will look to go carbon dioxide at a later date. How's temperature in here? Not too hot, so we're still not making our oxygen come out too hot by doing our metal refining in there. We could send Steve's to space. We'd want to get rid of this and put in the telescope. But apart from that, we could send Steve to space to do some of that. I think that might be nice. They'd get popped eardrums. Oh, we could make them a, 1 year to be exact. I thought it was a bit weird that we had encountered a thing. We can, in fact, deconstruct that and make them a toilet. Which we could even... fill with water. We could even make it useful. So that might be appreciated. And it's a good idea anyway in this rocket. Well, except apparently I haven't learnt about them. Oh, rats. Where's the research? Oh no, they're in plumbing, aren't they? That's why they're not here. They're in plumbing. There they are. I have learnt about them. I thought so. So we'll get someone to build that. And I think we'll consider sending the rocket out on some exploratory missions. Lovely. Right, we will turn that off now. that would require deconstructing these. Oh, that's gonna raise the pressure massively again. Oh well. Sometimes that's the way things go. I'd also like to sever that. Yes. Steve is definitely going to suffer from some popped eardrums. We could get them to do the orbital data collection, but I think I'd rather find out a bit more about the universe at large. I would actually rather it went... Hang on. Let me cancel that one, because I'd actually rather it went there, because I'm pretty sure they use it from the center tile, so it would be handy if that center tile wasn't underneath the radiation. Ideally. I mean, they'd be kind of okay, but nonetheless. If we can move it across one, it's probably best. Just as a thought. Oh, you can't reach that stuff to do it, can you? That's why you've never built it. There you go. Let's help you with that. How is our food going as a point of interest? It's definitely time. We could definitely do with starting to move over to a different food source now. Right, and then down here we want to think about doing sleep wheat. They're still sweeping the stuff out. We'll give them a little while to do that. Might also have to keep the poke shell out of here. I might build a door so that these three can't constantly be getting in here. We'll have to try and build the door when they're not in here. Obviously, they're immediately all gonna go in here. I didn't notice that the sound design does the swooshing through water. Yes, I see. The swooshing through water noise when they're swooshing through water. That's sort of excellent. Just thought of another question. Can you make the liquid cage with other liquids being the main liquid? So the important part for how the liquid cage works is that the liquid that you want to be your infinite liquid, you need to know how heavy it is with respect to the other liquids. So, because water is lighter than salt water or ethanol and stacks on top of it, we've got these things. What are they called? Liquid vents at the bottom. Yeah? If you were to... I've seen them made, actually, talking about nuclear reactors. I've seen similar ones made for dealing with nuclear waste. And then because nuclear waste is really heavy, usually they'd have the pump at the bottom and and stack a secondary liquid on top. So you can definitely use them for other liquids, but you need to know the relative, is it weights or densities or something? Can you look at it anywhere? Or do you have to look it up on the wiki? It is densities. Does it show it anywhere on this? Or is it a thing that you would have to look up, which isn't shown in game? Yeah, there you go. Namatrek has answered that question. So, yeah. But you can look them up online. Or you can just try and stack them and see which ones go on top. Some of the common ones you'll get used to. And then depending on what you want to do, either look it up or do a little experiment beforehand to work out. The decoration in the rocket is still there. It is still there. Well, we might as well make that tiny corner very slightly prettier. I mean, the rocket's not very pretty, but what can you do? I mean, now we've made it massively high pressure again. We don't need to stack anything on it. But we do need to provide water for this. Which reminds me that I don't have an insulated pipe. I mean, to be fair, if I use the cool water, we could probably just use regular pipes. Which side is it coming in? Is it coming in the green? Or does it come in the white? Because there's something a bit backwards about the rockets, if I remember, when it comes to piping. Oh, I'll also have to set up the thing. We can set up the thing. It's alright. No, rockets are normal. I think they fixed it. Oh, right, okay. There we go then. So let's set that up. Oh, no, we can just pipe it in from here. Hello, we also handily have this that is right here. No, along the bottom, please. Remember, there's a reason that we're not going any higher than that, and it is that you might boil. And we would rather that didn't happen. We'll have to build a tile in there. Oh no, we don't need to. There. This bit, just that bit, is the bit you can't reach, is it? Okay. There you go. Now you can reach it. You'll be fine. Oh, look. See, this is how terrible our power production is. Apparently running 4 pumps on this line is enough to empty our batteries. I mean, sad times. Definitely sad times. And that's in the middle of the day. How are we doing here? Let's look at the gas overlay. Milligrams, micrograms. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Printables. What have we got? We have no dupe that I want, but we do have an oxyfern seed, which, sure. I mean, that is one of the reasons why we don't have as much carbon dioxide as one might imagine. It's because we do have some stray oxyferns, which have been, you know, doing work slowly but surely. There you go. This, can we wrangle him? Let's wrangle him out of there. And then we will only have glossy Drecos in our farm. And at that point, I'm probably going to, at the very least, turn this one off. If I have 2, Actually, if I have 2 unpowered ones, that would be fine. If I just turn this over to Glossy Drecos as well and turn them both off, that'll be alright. We will have sufficient Dreco small ones captured. Because, like, the point is not the production. It is whether it's easy for the dupes to take a baby one and put it in here at the appropriate moment. Is this overloaded yet? Nope, there's still space for that critter. I think I figured something out last night, making more room. Chilling a room with temperature shift plate, it pushed all the polluted oxygen out, and I was able to close off the area without pumping everything. I definitely have some how questions. Like, are you saying that a vacuum was left afterwards? Because that seems surprising. Yeah, you're too hot, are you? We're gonna make the air quite a bit cooler once we finish vacuuming this out and put new oxygen in. Let's look inside the rocket. No, that is not inside the rocket. That's a whole bunch of puffs. Now, what is this? Is like 30 degrees, so it's perfectly reasonable temperature. Where are you taking that aluminium? Oh god, I think I know where you might be taking that aluminium. Hang on. Are you taking it to here? To send to the other planet? Yeah, you are. I don't really want you to do that anymore. In fact, we might get the other planet to send it back again. Nisbet. I've got something else for you to put in this. Can you send back all the random aluminium that we don't need? Thank you. No, says Nisbet. Nisbet is going to bed. Not interested in that job at all. Bedtime. Full oxygen. Oh, okay. You might have just created, yeah, I'm not sure how that happened. So I think I'm not going to speculate. Right, you're going to have hard digging as well in this bit. Because it is possible that we're going to want you to do that. Excuse me, chat. Are you out of... You're out of... What's it again? You're going to get drowned if I build through there. Is there any available algae? Not really. I'll tell you what, this is how we can do it. If you come like through this way, and then we can get you to let's get you to build a ladder down like there, and you can use up a little bit more algae here. Obviously. There we go. Who knows when Nisbet will get round to this task, but possibly at some point. I watched it in the gases overlay and it literally pushed the polluted oxygen out. Ah, so that damn cat, I think I might understand what happened. So, if we look at, this'll do. If we look at the materials overlay, look at what happens here. When you have a liquid, a gas can't be present in that tile. So if your temperature shift plates melted and filled up all the tile with liquid, and like obviously there was a place for the gases to migrate to, the gases would have migrated out. If you see what I mean. And that might have resulted in oxygen coming back in afterwards. So that might be what happens. Because strictly the liquids and gases do not interact together. It is one of the weird things of the game. The only way that they really do is the off-gassing of polluted water. But that would result in the reverse of what you experienced. It was nice not having to pump anything out. It is certainly a filling something with a liquid is certainly a pretty decent way of not having to pump things out. So when I finally get round to building some industry in here and we build an aquatuna chamber, what you will watch me do, and I did it actually for this one as well, is rather than ever vacuum them, you just fill the tiles with liquid. And then they're sealed. And it saves you the vacuuming problem. Right. We have vacuumed this top bit out. We've also done some research, which is lovely. What other research would we like to do? We might like to do miniaturization now that we have access to plastics. Is there anything we desperately need here? I don't think there really is. I mean, we might want that. Let's do that one. Alright. Oh no, you can all get deconstructed. Thank you. Get out the way, poke shell. We can have this copper back for a minute. And that little piece there. And that piece. We can get rid of these gas pipes. Well, some of them. Oh man, how are we going to get you over here? Oh, we could use this one. We can just use the one that goes to space. It won't be as quick, but it will save us a whole bunch of messing about. Give me a pipe. Oh, nuts. No, don't go there. That's not going to work out. Cancel, cancel. We are going to have to keep an eye on it though, because we don't want this to mess up. Let's deconstruct these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our overflow oxygen to repressurize this now. And we might as well use our overflow oxygen thing. We can do it this way. If we just bridge that way, that should sort it out. You can delete that one. Will that work? Yes, it should work fine. Should work fine. Then we can pressurize this up again. And this oxygen's relatively cold. It's not as cold as we might hope. To be honest. Just because we've been heating this water up. So it's not as cold as it normally is. But nonetheless, it'll do. I'd like a quick solution rather than a perfect one. I suspect this might not work, but I'm gonna try. Right then. So, another thing we're gonna do, probably want to wait until we've got a bit more oxygen in before we replace the lights, because they're going to come back on, and there's no point having them back on to break again. So we'll just wait until we've got a bit of oxygen in here. Oh, look, you are working. What an amazing joy. This makes me wonder if I could combine that pipe. I wonder if it's possible that there's ever too much overflow though, because we wouldn't want that to happen. Because if there's too much overflow, as we know, this backs up and it breaks. Which isn't super. I can see a completely pointless bit of pipe here. It's probably made of igneous rock, which we don't have any of, so I'd appreciate you giving it back to me immediately. Alright, so yes, you should be absolutely fine now with your pressure, which I suspect also means that we can replace these lights and not have them break. It occurs to me that if I get... Oh no, I've got the power wires. I was wondering how I was going to remember where they are, considering, you know... remembering not a forte. But yes. There is the handy power wire, which will help us with that. We also need to put in some sweepers. Who are we fleeing from? As a point of interest? Where's the fleeing? Is someone down here? Whom are we fleeing? Oh, this one. Leofar, quick. Out of there. Get up here. Where's its egg? Please sweep up this egg. Cheers. Leofar, don't immediately go back. Get on the bed. Alright, somebody's taken the egg, so we should be alright now. It made sense to put it there for a minute, but, Oh, you're mad as well. Speaking of eggs. Alright, let's move your one as well. Okay, so we'll slowly pressurize that. I wonder what temperature the water is coming back at. Hello. What temperature are you? You're only sort of just under 30. This is working now, so I wonder if we could make it 25. Because I think we could. I think now there is, I was concerned when I originally did it that what would happen is it would go through too many times. and wind up breaking the pipes. But that doesn't seem to be happening, because it is coming out just slightly over 30. So I think we're good to just have it go around and come out at 20 and be quite a lot cooler. You would like a real cuddle pip? I mean, I think they've definitely missed a trick in not making a cuddle pip stuffy. I'm hoping this cuddle pip will actually hug some of the dupes as they come through, since we have now got one that lives in a dupe accessible area. I haven't seen it hugging any duplicants, only an egg so far. Cook, another cook, and a supplier. Oh, an arbor acorn. What do you mean I have 5 arbor acorns available? Dupes. Dupes. Where? This is definitely the question. Where do I have arbor acorns available? Seeds. Arbor acorn at a 9. Thank you. Not sweep only. Right, let's have a look here. Game that believes I have 6 units of arbor acorns. Alright, where? In this bin, perhaps? I don't understand why they got swept. Let's make sure they're taken out. In there? No, that's fine. I want them to be in there. Get out the way. Alright, we seem to have solved that problem. Excellent. I don't entirely understand why anyone was taking them away from... I like that. I'll note that this implies you're perfectly content to have the contents of your storage all over the floor at any time. Right then, you Pip. If you could plant these remaining 2, then we're gonna do some more work. I mean, gestures broadly at floor. This can be the way, right? I'm gonna add a pipe that comes down here, so that we can make sure the whole thing is pressurized. And that should be fine. And it shouldn't, yeah, no, that's fine. Because we're bridged off, it's not a problem. The excess is just making its way back up to storage. Very well done. When are you coming back on? Oh, you actually are back on. Alright then, excellent. That's not a problem then. Sean, it is very nice you are here, but I would like to point out that I am not Zebrapig. Zebrapig hosts this channel when they're not live. I'm Max, this is the Max Not Binary. I play a lot of base building and colony simulations. If you want to check out Zebrapig, they tend to stream a lot later in the day than me, so definitely not for about 4 hours, I would say. Check out their schedule. You can also check out her VODs, so you can see the reaction to the TikTok and all the stuff that went down with that. Hang on, let me get my brain straight. Yes, you can check those out either on her Twitch channel or on her YouTube channel, which has exactly the same name, so it should be nice and easy to find. You're also very welcome to hang out here with us, and I hope you have a good day. Gotta go and see that. I don't know how you'd find it. But we did have a link for a while, but I've probably got rid of it now, just because it's been a little while. But yeah. It was very nice to watch. You just search for zebra pig on TikTok. There you go. It helps when people understand how TikTok works. That definitely makes finding things on TikTok a bit more straightforward. So it's still a bit hot, but only a little bit hot. I think. Only a little bit hot? Yes. That's always frustrating. Considering they do, what's the word? Fractions. When the temperature is exactly the temperature it says it does too. It's sort of annoying. It is very sweet. I thought it was quite sweet anyway. Should there be a light over there? I'm guessing there should. There we go. Let's stick a light up there. So, yeah. No, I think I've said that. I enjoyed watching the couple of streams after that. And I still watch Zebra Pig occasionally. She is on a little bit late for me. But she's actually quite chill to watch. I have in general enjoyed it. If I pour that water everywhere, where's it gonna go? How did you get up here, mate? I mean, I have questions about these poke shells. They're just all over the place. Oh, I sort of do care. If you pour it all down there. How can we mop this up? Because I'd like to get rid of this, because we don't need it. The time difference is not ideal for you either. She does seem lovely, but yeah. Understandably, since she has to stream after her, you know, East Coast of US working day is over, it doesn't necessarily work so well for those of us who are in Europe. Unfortunately. How are we getting on here? I mean, it looks pretty pressurized. I think we're good. I think we're alright. Let's get rid of these. So now we have a nice oxygen atmosphere. It's also quite nice and cool up here. Well, that one's not. Why is it so hot exactly there? Is it these lights? I mean, it probably is. Lights do produce an unreasonable amount of heat, I find. Also, speaking of overpressurizing stuff, I think I'm just going to deconstruct all of this stuff. Frankly. And just let a whole bunch of oxygen free in the world. Because, like, why should we care? She's adorable. She is quite adorable. Like, you can definitely understand why people were taken with the video. Because it was very sweet. It is also, I repeat, very sweet that Zebra Pig hosts this channel and continues to host this channel. We did briefly speak about it, and that interaction was also very lovely. I am pleased to report. Excellent. Right. Right, we really need to do cooling. I've been doing a whole bunch of things so I don't have to think about building the industrial zone. But there is really no other choice now. We need to build one. Because we need to cool this. So aqua tuners at the ready. Right, clear this out, you lot, because this is where we're going to put aqua tuners. We're going to put steam turbines here. We're going to somehow deal with the heat. It was super awesome of the person that went to chat with her as well. Yeah. No, it was nice. And actually, Carve, who made the TikTok, has been a continual advocate. So Carve was around quite a lot during that first day. I believe, though this is slightly my interpretation, provided some assistance with like how to, cope with it. But certainly was there in her chat and everything. And I've seen him a few times since in the chat, so that's certainly very nice. Oh, no, I don't want to sweep that up, thanks. That was not what I had in mind. Okay. We're going to need to be able to get over the other side of this. So we need to leave a gap here, because we need to get in here. We can run it right up against that. Such a sweetheart. I think I'm going to run a fire pole down here at some point. But we'll worry about that later. Right then, you lot. Let's do some planning here. I don't think I've got enough steel to make aquatuners, which is absolutely fine because it allows me to place them without having to worry about exactly where I want them to go, which is a bonus. Do I really want 3? I mean, I do kind of have to have 3. Because I actually just need to run 3 separate cooling loops. Oh, also, I don't have loads of polluted water to put into them, which is moderately aggravating. Five and 5. No, that's fine. So, the reason for putting them there, not right up on the top, is so that we can run sufficient steam turbines. Let's also try and make this out of something that I don't have, so the dupes don't come and do it. Well, I don't have anything, so that makes life easier. We don't have enough of any metal to possibly build it, so not a huge problem. Right. Really? No, it's fine. We can have it all come out one. We only need one overflow. They don't give out that much stuff. So, when I say stuff, they don't give out that much water in overflow, is what I'm attempting to say. Let's build this out of cobalt. Again, I'm going to build a lot of things out of materials that we don't have, so that I can look at stuff. Why can't I build an insulated pipe out of wolframite? Why would I ever wish to build an insulated pipe out of wolframite? When I stream ONI for my friends, I tend to rotate a single statue just to trigger them when they notice. Fair enough. I suspect you're not entirely alone in that sort of behaviour, Chthonic one. Alright, hang on, I've done that wrong to start off with. No, we don't have to do it that way. What we can do instead... No, we can't do that. We cannot, in fact, do that. We can turn this one around, though. In fact, what will probably be better is if we turn both of these around. And put that there. Then let me look at the pipe overlay. Lovely. Now, there is a thing that we need to do, which is... that needs to bridge onto there, rather than... That's not going to work, is it? Oh, no, so I'll do it the other way. Alright, game. Alright. You shouldn't run green into green, so we'll do it the proper way. I just wanted to do it the space-saving way, but no. My brain is not going to function well enough to do that. I'm quite enjoying the idea of building insulated pipes out of wolframite. It is absolutely ridiculous. The best part is, one friend keeps asking me if it's a mod. He's asked me this at least 6 times now, forgetting that you can rotate statues and many other buildings in vanilla. To be fair to him, the what can I rotate rules in ONI are just, like, they don't make any sense. They don't make any sense at all. So I have sympathy that someone would be like, I don't understand why this is a thing. Because they don't make any sense. Alright. So. We want to have at least one... what are those things called? These things here. Metal refineries. Might even have 2, just because this happens to be exactly the right space for a metal refinery loop. Frankly. Is that a good reason for having 2? I mean, not necessarily. We'll have to see how much space we have, because we might not have enough space for 2. And I might have to abandon my love of symmetry. Cooking and ranching, digging and decorating, doctoring, digging and tidying. I want a farming rancher. The game is punishing me because it gave me a farming rancher last night, but I felt it was inappropriate to take a dupe without you guys here, so I didn't take it. And obviously, for this, we are being punished. Right then. You there. Yeah, we're not going to make you out of Mafric rock either, but... What do you mean I can't build you there? Dig up these plants, dupes. They're in the way of my planning. Also, you're going to be in the way of my planning. Shell, I see you. I see you there. A consolation bits. Thank you so much, Annabelle, for the bits. I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. I suspect that I will cope, to be honest. I may be moderately aggravated, but I expect I'll get by. But thank you very much for the bits and for your continued support of the channel. It's very much appreciated. But yes, that is definitely why we are no longer allowed a thing. A farming rancher. We'll now hear a 5-minute rant about Max's streaming setup. You want me to talk about my streaming setup? I mean, this is just going to be 5 minutes about how much I hate Streamlabs. And how I wish I wasn't so digitally incompetent and could use OBS. Hang on, let me set a timer. Right, 5 minutes. So there are bits of my streaming setup that actually I really like. I worked quite hard when I was doing the initial research about what I would want to have. It was also a time when I had a fair bit more money than I do now, so I was able to not, you know, have to buy the super beginner stuff because I had some cash to buy stuff. So the mic I have is very good, which you can probably hear. Things that were not very good though is my camera. I'm not a big fan of my camera. I bought the camera that I have because I can show you actually. it has a ring light. And I was like, well, I don't want to do my own lighting, so that seems excellent. Why would I not want a ring light? And the answer is because it's a horrible light, and then I had to buy a light anyway for my other job, which I now use, and as you can see, it provides plenty of light. And that is literally a light that I am pointing at the wall behind my desk on its lowest and warmest possible setting, and it still provides plenty of light. So, yeah. Ideally, I think I'd just like a better camera that didn't have a light, because apparently lighting was not as hard as I thought it was going to be. I do hate Streamlabs. I would like to be a bit more competent so that I didn't have to use them and I could use OBS, but I sort of learnt to use Streamlabs, and as anyone who watches the channel on the regular will know, I don't find finding the time and energy to learn the new stuff super easy. So once I'd learnt one thing, I wasn't super inspired to attempt to learn another. However, I probably should, because as we know, Streamlabs crashes on me for apparently no reason. What else can I tell you about my streaming setup? I can tell you about my mic arm, which you guys bought me, and has been largely an excellent purchase, I have to say. I've struggled a little bit to work out where I wanted it to be and things like that. And would possibly like a mic with a little bit more gain so I can move about a bit more. I'm too fidgety to be a streamer in some ways. But the arm that we bought after we did the little campaign on stream has worked really well. The pop filter that I bought at the same time, which to be fair was like a tenner, it was really cheap, has however been deeply rubbish. So I don't use it anymore. Every now and again I listen to old the stream, like the broadcasts and stuff, and when I hear all the hard sounds, I'm like, oh no, I should put the pop filter back on. And then I do it for like a stream and it gets in the way and falls down because it's a bit cheap and rubbish, and then I take it off again. So that's pretty much how that one goes. Otherwise, I would really like to be a little bit better at graphics and stuff like that, so I could make my own scenes. I'm just using rubbish ones that Streamlabs provided. It would be nice to be able to sort of do them myself, but I'm not capable of doing that, so that is not a thing that is about to happen. This is in the wrong place anyway. Hang on, let me move that. So, yes. What was I saying? I was saying about, I don't know, some sort of stuff. Yeah, I was saying about Streamlabs and the intros. Like, I'd also like to be able to make graphics for, like, YouTube and stuff like that. I'd also like to be really, this is slightly off topic of streaming setup. But I would also like to be better at video editing. I think many of you may have heard of my endless struggles with Lightworks, which is a complete mystery to me that I constantly have to fight with, and it doesn't seem to have any easy options to do the things you want to do. It seems to be designed by people who never actually thought about what people would want to do with their video editing software. But there you go. I could probably talk for 5 minutes more about how much I hate Lightworks, but that's a different thing. Thank you, Nematrek, for redeeming a Max Talks. That was me talking about my streaming setup as it exists today. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for spending your max value points. It's quite difficult for me to do that and think about anything else. There was some chat about how people do with lights. Chthonic one, I cannot have the light off all the time because the screen's too bright, essentially. And I'm too old and it's breaking my eyes to have... I used to game in the dark all the time, but now I have to have backlight even when I'm not streaming. Put wood and insulation over my window because I have a portable AC. Ah, yes. I mean, I do have the curtains closed in here all the time, which is kind of a shame. But, like, the natural light isn't super helpful. I had the lights off for a month, but that was because my light bulb exploded. Did it actually explode? Because that seems a bit, excessive, maybe? On the light bulb's part? Right. Things we wanted to build. Let's look in the refinement menu. This is often an excellent way for me to find things that I should be putting in my industrial zone. I mean, the main problem is that we don't have anything to power any of this stuff, so I can plan out whatever I like, but we can't power it. So that is a thing. I probably want the glass to land like here, not directly next to this, because I'll probably transfer a bit too much heat in. I'd like one of these, because I'd like it to not be there. I mean, I wouldn't like to build it out of wolframite, but whatever you say, game. We could even have two. Maybe no, we're not going to have two. We're going to have a kiln. At least one kiln. Well, probably one kiln is enough. What else might we need? We might need the, Oh, I haven't learnt about it, apparently. The massive building. I wonder if we could stick it in there. We probably could stick it in there. 1, 2, 3. Just. If necessary. Oh, we could stick it in there. It exploded on stream. There was an issue with the wiring in my room, so I basically couldn't use the lights until it was fixed, or I'd risk setting the attic on fire. None of this sounds ideal, and things that you wish to have happening. Right, we don't need an oil refinery, we don't need a polymer press. I think in general, although we may do ethanol distilling, we're not doing it right here, and we're not doing it in an open thing. So the other thing that we'd ideally like to keep here, I reckon, is probably transformers and batteries. What do you think, chat? Am I missing anything that I want in my industrial area that I'm going to be mad about when I don't have? Because I think the thing that I want to do there is essentially make a plug socket. We are almost certainly going to move this so it comes down this side, because we're going to make the main power spine over here. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to do it in an exciting way, where we chuck a whole bunch of these down and power things from there. Essentially. Done some research. Let's see what we learnt about. Molecular forge. Oh, in fact, we've just learnt about the massive thing that I might want to put in the corner. So now I can check whether it would fit handily. Let's do miniaturization. Let's look at the refinement menu. Molecular forge. Yes. It would just about fit there. Like, that is not a pretty fitting at all. We could put it in the middle. I don't think we could, actually. No, that's only 4 wide. I'm pretty sure the molecular forge is 5 wide. So I'm not sure it would fit in the middle. Can I, like, print it out in space? Right, let's see. 1, 2... Oh, it's a bit difficult to tell. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, it's only actually 4 wide. Amazing. So, if we really needed to, I'm probably the only person who's amused by this, but I am deeply amused by the concept of slamming a molecular forge right in the middle of these two. I don't really know why, but it makes me laugh. Okay. This is providing 2, 4, 6, 1,200 watts of power. 1,200 watts? 1,200 kilowatts, is it? Yes, 1,200 kilowatts of power. And then we'd put some batteries in the bottom. We could probably move those up a bit, actually. So they could go there. And then we could have batteries that would be like here. Yes. Give me 1 second, chat. I'll be right back. Alright then, but all of that excitement is going to be tomorrow, because it is dinner time. I'm going to go and have my dinner, and see you all again tomorrow, 3 PM. BST? No. Greenwich Mean Time. That's UTC. We have passed daylight savings, and we are back in normal time. So 3 PM tomorrow. Thank you all very much for being here. We'll be back tomorrow with more of this. We're sort of getting there, slowly. Stuff is a bit slow, but it's coming along. At least we have plastic now, which makes me quite a lot happier, because it sort of makes me feel that we can begin to actually do some of this stuff. Thank you all so much for watching. Let's have a little look and see if anybody is on. What are you playing, Max? No. No. Alright then. So I'll just call it there. I will let you all go. Have a lovely rest of your day, everyone. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Have a great one. Bye.